You're still failing. You've watched every study technique video on YouTube. You've downloaded every productivity app. You've bought every overpriced planner, and you're still not working more than 2 or 3 hours without your brain checking out. Let me ask you something. How many times have you told yourself, tomorrow I'll do 5 2-hour study blocks, only to quit after the first one? Every expert keeps feeding you the same bullshit, like just do multiple 2-hour blocks throughout the day, as if your brain is some machine you can switch on and off whenever you want. Unfortunately, you also know that thing just looks good on paper and the board. If you could already do that, you wouldn't be watching this video. There's no way you can maintain the same level of focus throughout the day unless you've been working on this habit for a few years. Let's get one thing very clear. Your brain isn't designed to operate at peak performance for 10 straight hours. The grind culture bullshit has you thinking you're weak if you can't focus intensely all day. That's not weakness. It's basic neuroscience. Your brain has finite resources. You have to understand that cognitive fatigue is real. Energy fluctuations throughout the day are normal, and pretending otherwise is why you keep failing. The 2-in-5-3 method works because it aligns with how your brain actually functions, not how you wish it would function. Let's break down what this actually looks like in real life. The first 2 hours. This is your brain's peak performance window. Your prefrontal cortex is fresh, executive function is at maximum capacity, yet most people waste this golden window checking emails or scrolling through social media. You need to be attacking the most conceptually difficult material during this time. Those new concepts that require intense focus. Those problems you've been avoiding because they're too hard. This is when you do your high-stakes decision-making and anything that demands your absolute best thinking. During these 2 hours, no phone within reach, no open browser tabs, no notifications. Work in complete isolation if possible. This isn't about being comfortable. It's about extracting maximum value from your biological peak. The middle 5 hours. This is where the real separation happens between average and exceptional performers. Anyone can focus for 2 hours. Few can structure a productive 5-hour block. The key is oscillation. You do 90 minutes of deep work, then 15 minutes of strategic recovery, then another 90 minutes of deep work, then 30 minutes of proper refueling, then a final 90 minutes of deep work to finish strong. If you have watched the previous video, then you already know why I'm asking you to study or work for only 90 minutes. This is when you tackle your core work that requires sustained attention. You complete the assignments, projects, and materials that form the bulk of your responsibilities. You've saved the hardest conceptual work for your first 2-hour block. But now, you're applying what you know. You're batching similar tasks together to minimize context switching. And listen, those recovery periods aren't optional. They're strategic. Skip them, and your final 90-minute block becomes worthless. Your brain needs these intervals to consolidate information and restore focus capacity. The final 3 hours. Most people completely waste the end of their day because they're mentally fried. They either pretend they're still operating at peak capacity when they're not, or they give up entirely and call it a day, wasting valuable hours. Instead, match your activities to your brain's natural state. Review what you've learned and accomplished earlier in the day. Create summary sheets of key concepts. Quiz yourself on material. This is when memory consolidation happens. Organize notes and create connections between concepts. Prepare your environment for tomorrow's prime cognitive window. Handle administrative tasks that don't require creative thinking. The conventional advice to just do multiple 2-hour blocks throughout the day ignores transition costs. Every time you start a new work session, you lose 15 to 30 minutes getting back into flow state. It also assumes equal mental energy. Your 2 p.m. brain is not the same as your 9 a.m. brain, period. Making yourself start working 4 to 5 separate times per day depletes willpower that should be reserved for actual work. It's unrealistic for normal humans. It might work for robots or the neurologically gifted, but not for you and me. The 2-in-5-3 method acknowledges that you have 1 prime focus window per day, 1 sustained production period, and 1 consolidation phase. Work with this reality instead of fighting it. How to implement 2-5-3 starting tomorrow. First, track your energy patterns for 3 days. When are you sharpest? When do you crash? Second, guard your prime window fiercely. Schedule your hardest work during those 2 hours and make them non-negotiable. Third, plan your 5-hour production phase in 90-minute blocks with strategic breaks prepared beforehand. Fourth, prepare specific review activities for your 3-hour consolidation period. The 2-5-3 method isn't magic. It's a framework that maximizes your natural capabilities while minimizing the impact of your limitations. You'll still need to actually show up. You'll still need to push through resistance. You'll still need to maintain discipline. You'll still need to avoid distractions. Now let me address some objections I know you're thinking about right now. Can't block out 10 hours, then scale down to 1-13-2 for 6 hours. The principle isn't the time, it's matching difficulty to your mental state. So, this is it. Hope it will help you. And I have taken a pledge to give 100% effort for the next 6 months, so you are not alone. The next video is going to be on how to use the deadline method effectively to maximize your working capabilities. possibilities. And believe me, you will love that video. Bye.